Greetings. Good evening. I am Dr. Latifa A. Hameen, and I'm going to share with you today on what healing and secure attachments look like in trauma. Healing from trauma and developing secure attachments tend to show up not as one big transformation, but as dozens of small, steady shifts in how you relate to yourself, your emotions, and the people you trust. The core takeaway is this: healing looks like increasing safety in your body and relationships, and secure attachments look like being able to rely on others without losing yourself. Healing isn't the absence of pain, it's the presence of capacity. You start to notice you have more regularity and you feel less overwhelmed. You can still feel sad or angry, but you don't hijack your entire system. You can pause, breathe, and choose. A quieter inner critic, self-blame softens. You begin to treat yourself with the same compassion you offer someone you care about. You begin to recognize your triggers without spiraling. Instead of "what's wrong with me?" ah, this is trauma. And you know what to do. You reclaim your body. You feel sensations instead of shutting down. You notice your tensions, your comfort, your danger, your fatigue, and you respond to them. You have less hypervigilance. The world feels a little less dangerous. You don't scan every room for threats. You have the capacity for joy. You don't have performance happiness, but genuine moments of ease, silliness, and connection. You choose your relationships instead of reenacting your trauma. You stop gravitating toward chaos, neglect, or emotional unavailability. Healing is slow, deeply personal, but these shifts are signs that your nervous system is learning safety again. What does secure attachments look like after trauma? Trauma often teaches you that closeness is dangerous or unreliable. Secure attachments rewrites that story through lived experience. You notice you can depend on people without feeling weak. Support feels comforting, not threatening. You can be alone and not feel abandoned. Solitude becomes restful instead of terrifying. You communicate more directly, not through shutdowns or explosions. Conflict doesn't feel like a catastrophe. You can disagree without assuming rejection or betrayal. You trust your perceptions. You don't constantly second guess yourself or wait for the other shoe to drop. You allow yourself to be seen. Vulnerability feels possible, even if it's still a little scary. You choose partners and friends who are consistent. Reliability becomes attractive instead of boring. You repair ruptures. When something goes wrong, you talk, adjust, and reconnect. Secure attachments isn't perfection, it's flexibility. It's the ability to move toward connections instead of away from it. So, how does healing and secure attachments reinforce each other? Well, trauma healing strengthens attachments. Secure attachments accelerates healing. Together, they create a stable internal base. You feel anchored in yourself, a sense of relational safety. You trust the connection can soothe rather than harm. You have a nervous system that co-regulates and self-regulates. You can calm yourself and you can let others calm you. You have a more coherent identity. You know who you are, what you need, and what you deserve. This is the point where life starts to feel like survival, stop feeling like survival, and more like living. Thank you for taking the time to be with me. And I have a flyer on my homepage. I'm having a Zoom presentation on August the 2nd from 3 to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. So check me out. And it is, let's talk about it, how ACEs, adverse childhood experiences, unresolved issues may affect your adult relationships. Until we meet again, thank you and God bless.